probably met Mike close to 20 years ago.
He was working for the Lieutenant Governor. I was, at that point, on the board of the Canton Chamber. So I seem to remember him coming to an event. He was nonstop movement. There was something he was doing, someone he was talking to. And I thought, that's a lot of energy.
A few years later, I was working on the Nexus pipeline, and I worked with Mike quite a bit. He attended a lot of the FERC hearings on our behalf, and Mike's from the city of Greene, and Greene gave us so much trouble. I remember a couple of the meetings we had, Mike was just kind of standing in the back, but he's a trooper. You know, he defended the industry and gave testimony, so those are some good memories. Maybe not for him, but for myself.
Then I hear he's been hired by the association. I saw Mike everywhere I went.
I've known Mike since he was probably 18 or 19, when he came working political events as an advance guy. He seemed to sort the room out, find the right people, get them together with the candidate, make the events come off.
We met at a political event and ended up just bonding over that love of Northeast Ohio politics and Ohio in general, and have been a part of it ever since.
I met Mike when I was graduating college. He was my first boss and hired me to work with him at Energy in Depth, and essentially, you know, empowered me and trusted me enough to work remotely and drive around Ohio and write about it. And then he took me over to UGO with him, where he really expanded my network, and that had a huge impact on my career because I was able to trust myself, and I was able to go after opportunities that maybe I wasn't sure I was ready for.
I was a 4-year scholarship recipient, and I was really grateful that Mike was one of the first people that I met. And if I look back and reflect on last 5 years of me working full-time in the industry as a student, Mike's just the definition of what a mentor is, and if we had more Mikes in this world, it would be a better place.
Mike Chadsey truly embodies the qualities of an Oilfield Patriot Award recipient. He is in the fight every day, pushing back against misleading media claims, false narratives, and correcting the record with facts.
Mike runs to the gunfire.
The most dangerous place you can be is between Mike Chadsey and a reporter with a camera or a microphone. Somebody's going to get hurt, and it ain't going to be Mike.
A lot of people don't know or understand the oil and gas industry. And so having somebody like Mike there to be able to kind of bridge that gap for the average person, somebody that they trust and they know that can bring people together, it's vitally important.
One example of Mike's advocacy for the industry is when he participated in a debate at the City Club of Cleveland in March of 2012.
What's important for us is to make sure that the right information gets out there. The facts, the science, the engineering. We like to say that we check facts and bust myths. There has been no confirmed case of groundwater contamination tied to hydraulic fracturing.
Is that really?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Lisa Jackson, US EPA.
Wait a second. No confirmed case. So if I'm
hydraulic fracturing.
If I'm hydraulic fracturing,
correct,
and I spill the hydraulic fluid on the surface, that's never happened, and that's never gotten into groundwater?
That's not the hydraulic fracturing process.
It required nerves of steel to face those false claims head on in a public forum, and Mike handled it like a champion.
Mike has been the industry's point man on the ground for some time now. What a great asset for the association and the industry. But there's a cost, because Mike is not only the point of our spear, he has run many a gauntlet on our behalf. And after a while, that can make many a poor boy kind of nasty, but not Mike. He is the nicest guy you or a well-hater could ever want to meet.
Those speech and debate roots really run deep with him, of being able to present and have no problem. It's the confidence and the courage that he has, that he wants to talk about the story of this industry and tell people exactly what it's all about.
He knows these people. He knows the people that are working. He knows that they have to live in our communities as well. And so I think Mike takes it personally when people attack the industry.
We want to be good partners with the communities. We want landowners to be happy. We want local officials to want us there. Mike was always cognizant of that. But there's a way to get to yes for everyone, and you have to get the right people in the right room at the right time. And Mike was always able to do that.
Whenever there's an issue that arises, I've seen Mike put together a coalition of dozens of different stakeholders in a matter of a few days, and that is a real value to the Ohio Oil and Gas Association.
Tenacity is that gap between an idea and a result. It's the ability to work hard in that space to make an idea become reality. Mike has done that over and over again and carries with him an enthusiasm that's infectious.
He knows everybody from schools, communities, government, landowners. He builds those relationships and uses those to help our industry grow in a positive way.
Mike is the consistent voice, he's the consistent face, and he's the consistent relationship builder in Ohio. And he's a great connector. So ensuring that when a new operator moves into town or a new face comes to the company, that he immediately sets up the meeting, does all the heavy lifting, and ensures that you're meeting with the right people and making the right relationships.
When Mike comes home from one of the different charity events for kickball or bowling or mini golf, he talks about the people that are there. The people down in Scioto, the people in Chadsey, the people down in Harrison, Belmont, Monroe counties. It's the people that make up what the oil and gas industry really are in Ohio.
Mike is out there day in and day out, constantly engaging with folks, helping to tell the very important story of oil and gas throughout Ohio.
He is a huge goofball, if you know him well. Getting to have that fun with Mike when we're out and about in the community and seeing what good our industry can do for those that we, live, work, and play around is truly something great.
Mike is a bright light, I think, in the rooms that he walks into. He's always the one to start a conversation, make connections for people, remember details about your personal life.
Him and his wife are just top shelf parents. They set a very good example.
Whenever Mike and I are together on the road, he always calls home, talks to the kids. The little guy, he calls him the sheriff.
Well, he usually works all the time. And he takes a nap whenever I want to play with him. Always on this couch. Always when I want to play with him.
I literally could not be the wife and mother that I am if I didn't have the great teammate that I have in Mike. He's the first one to get down on the floor and build something with Matthew with Legos. Mike will be on the sidelines or down in the pit with his daughter, cheering her on with the most gusto that you could probably see out of a cheerleading dad.
My dad is very funny in good ways and bad ways sometimes. He's very over the top, maybe. He does like to hang out. Like we just went to Sweet Frog to get some ice cream.
The things I learned from him, even from the events that he does and the charity work that he does, it spills over to every part of our family.
We do this thing called Toys for Tots in the Christmas time, and we get money donated from like oil and gas and a bunch of other places, and we use that money to spend it on toys. And there's gonna be like a bunch of Penske trucks, and we take them, put it in the trucks, and deliver them to locations, and people can just sign up and go take all the toys that they want. I think people just kind of need some Christmas cheer, and it's also really fun.
2024 was the 11th year that Mike has led the relationship between the Ohio Oil and Gas Association and Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots was working with him. They called up and said, hey, we're in a problem. Within a moment's notice, Mike's able to turn around and save Toys for Tots for that area and give Christmas to a lot of kids.
So not only does he coordinate with all of our companies, ensuring that we raise enough funds, but then he also drives the giant moving truck back and forth day after day filled with toys, ensuring that children across Ohio wake up Christmas morning with gifts under the tree.
The minute he calls you and says, do you have a few minutes? I've been thinking. It either costs money or a limb. And it was a limb. He called, he had this great idea for a community fundraiser. He says, we can get the industry folks together, we can get some community folks together, and we can raise money. And oh boy, did we raise money. I did not engage in the kickball because he said kickball, but I knew it was gonna be dodgeball.
Mike understands that there are people that are willing and able and eager to step up, and he's all about bringing those folks together to have meaningful change. And without, Mike, I highly doubt that we would have had, the tremendous amount of success that we've had.
I think what makes Mike an Oilfield Patriot is that it's 20 years of people that have had amazing contributions to the industry, and I think it's everything that Mike exemplifies.
I admire Mike for his perseverance, his positive attitude, and then his ability year after year to come up with new and exciting ways to amplify the image of the oil and gas industry in Ohio.
I can't think of anyone that's done more meaningful work to help tell our story, because if we don't tell our story, no one's going to.
He's making a difference in the here and now with the media, with the communication skills, and with his ability to bring people together.
This guy will run to the sound of the guns. He will defend the industry to the end. And more importantly, I think he makes the industry relatable to the average person.
He has been nothing but a patriot for our industry. From everything from his community involvement to being the first one to jump in to help with anything and everything, whether you as a person or you as a company need. He just truly has been an amazing advocate for this industry.
His ability to work with the public, bring our message out, and on behalf of the industry, carry forward the enthusiasm and the belief that what we do is good and good for everyone involved.
The very definition of a patriot is to let people speak their mind and then politely remind them that they're wrong. His love of country, his love of family, if you're looking at the true definition of what a patriot is, that's Mike.
There has been no better advocate for the industry than Mike. Sure, he can be a pain, and a lot of people have had to endure that, obviously, but it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause to develop these relationships that are so necessary for the industry to be successful in communities like ours.
Mike, try to remember the fun times. Toxic cocktail of fracking, faucets bursting into flames, cows who drank frack water and grew third eyes, purple squirrels. It's like a B movie. It's like zombies of gasoline. Mike, remember that surreal evening we spent with the auditorium full of useful idiots at that college up north? I'm proud to have worked with you, Mike. The industry is honored by your efforts. Mike is a man whose priorities are faith, family, and friends. He lives it, understanding that good reputation is 95% success in this business. Mike Chadsey is exactly the kind of person you would want in the trenches, speaking on your behalf.
The course that Mike has had and the loyalty that he has had and the friends that he has made in this industry have just been so great. And he's going to do what's best, whether it's his best as a husband, best as a dad, or best as a representative for the oil and gas industry.
Congratulations, Mike, on becoming the 2025 Oilfield Patriot Award winner. I am proud to call you a colleague, and now I'm also proud to call you a recipient of our most prestigious award.
I'm so proud of the work that you've done. You stand red head and shoulders above. Congrats.
Mike, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Job well done.
Congratulations, Mike, on being the 2025 Oilfield Patriot Award recipient.
Mike, congratulations, brother. The virtue and the joy that you bring to our organization is not lost on anyone.
I think that Mike deserves this award because he's a true, tireless patriot.
Congratulations, Mike. It's well deserved. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike, on winning the 2025 Oilfield Patriot Award. No one deserves it more than you.
Congratulations to Mike again, well deserved.
Congrats, Mike. You're truly an Oilfield Patriot.
Congrats, Mike. You've earned it. You got a lot more work to do, though.
All right, bud, congratulations. This is gonna look real nice on the Zoom call sitting behind you at your desk. I'm proud of you, bud.
I wish you the very best in all your work, but for tonight, the thing that's most important is that you are the 2025 recipient of the Ohio Oil and Gas Association Oilfield Patriot Award. No small thing.
Mike, congratulations. Remember, never forget the little guy, and always always wave the flag. Carry on.
I am so proud of you. I know the kids are so proud of you.
Dad, you did a really good job. You're a really good worker. And I know that from the dad you are, and you're really good at everything you do. And I love you so much.
Congratulations, Daddy! I love you, Daddy.